Okay, let's break down a 38.3 in the race for you guys. All right, pit lap 1, standard. Okay, braking point. Before this curve even starts, I brake at the beginning of this curve. If you try to use the 100-meter board, you are not going to stop in time, especially in draft. You are just not going to stop. The whole point of this corner is to slow down early, come in without a lot of G-force, without a lot of understeer, set the car up, and then drive straight out of this corner. Okay? So we brake early, get the car slowed down. I'm coming off the brakes, right? No brake after the apex. And then I'm leading into my steering here as I come off the brakes all the way. Okay, line the car up, grab third, a slight lift, and then you just drive the car as straight as possible with very little steering. Look at my steering wheel. Just gently turn to the right. There's a little bit at the apex, but on the exit, it's straight. Okay, this is flat. You want to line the car up so you just graze this curb. You want to put your right side tires right here. If you hit this, this is what you jump off of. So what people are doing is they come in, they go to cut the curb, and then when they hit this right here, the tire's dropping, and then they're jumping. And as you see the camera, if you're on the ground and you hold R2, it wants to go upwards. So when I come in, I just put my tire to the right of this, right here, on the flat part. It raises up a little bit right there, but not a lot. Okay, now braking point. I use this crane and the shadow, right? And I want to brake early here because I don't want to understeer into this corner. You never want to brake late into this corner and then understeer like a truck because you're not going to be able to get the car to rotate. It's going to push all the way through and you're going to go to accelerate and the rear end's just going to snap out from underneath you, right? And end up out here. So brake early at the shadow, basically. So what I use is this grass right here, where the sand starts. This is a consistent thing, right? This shadow is going to move, depending on the time of day. This grass, where this starts, and this piece of sand right here, right, where this, right at the edge of the curb. Okay, forget all this shit. This shit's irrelevant. Okay? Grass, dirt. Grass, dirt. See the fucking difference? Right here? Okay? This is a mark. If you guys don't know, this is like a 100-meter board. Where this goes from green to brown. So, like, you can use this as a reference. Be like, okay, right before it, right at it, right after it, right? Just little subtle differences like that. Just changing your braking point slightly. To just give you the right amount of speed coming into this corner, so that way when you come into second, you can shift into first gear, lead the car in. See how these tire marks are turning in way early? Like if you look at them on the road, they're not staying way out to the outside like they're in an F1, right? A lot of the tire marks are coming inwards. And that's because people are leading the car in from back here. And then once they get to this point in the curb, then we start to turn in to keep the G-forces inside the car. So the whole point of keeping the G-force inside the car so the car stays agile, right? If you haven't leaned the car all the way over and you can still turn more and still put more G-force on the suspension without it being squashed all the way down to the fucking ground, you can turn more, right? It's still agile. It's the same thing you want in this corner. Put the car agile so that way when you get on the throttle, the rear end is square. Like, think of how hard the G-forces are pushing on the left rear tire on exit here. See how light I'm steering? Just gentle G-force. right? Just gently lead it in, grab second, and use the throttle to rotate while keeping the rear square. And like, you get right on the edge of that curb too. So right on the edge of this inside one. You don't want to get too high on this braking point either. That's another thing people don't do. You don't have to be scared of the curb. But you don't want to get too high. So basically, anything more than half this, see how these are raised? These little bumps right here? Okay? If you look at it like this, see how it's shaped kind of like a coffin? Okay? The wider it is, the higher the fucking incline is. Right? You see that? I know it's hard to see because I can't actually get down to the fucking ground and tilt my head sideways and look at it, but it's there. Okay? So these are little bumps. And then as you go to the left more, they get bigger and bigger. Which means when you go to stop, it's going to feel more like you're on fucking stones instead of flat fucking asphalt. So I sit in the middle here, right before it gets a little bit too high. Right before it starts to fucking chatter and get really, really bumpy, and you can feel it in the wheel, yeah, come to the right just a little bit. So you're more on the flat part. See how these are flat every single time? It's like flat, 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 flat. Right here, it's like little bounce, little bounce, little bounce, little bounce. Then here it's like, yeah, that's the difference. Okay, so use the curb a little bit, but don't go way the fuck up here. And definitely don't brake on this shit. I mean, you probably can, but to be safe, so you actually get a decent turn in and you keep at least one tire on the fucking sticky shit, you might as well just stay right here. Right? And focus on keeping this one tire on the sticky shit and using your tires that are on the asphalt to turn you into the corner. Right? Don't try to twist the car and try to really load weight on the outside of the car while you're on this fucking curb too much. Wait until you bring your tires onto the asphalt and then turn it. And you'll be like, wow, it reacts. Yeah, because this is sticky shit. See this? This is fucking plastic. Might as well be. It's basically fucking plastic. Plastic, sticky shit. Plastic, sticky shit. Why do I get oversteer on curves? Because it's fucking plastic and there's these stupid little bumps all over it. That's why. All right, same thing here. These get bigger as you go to the left. So the car is to be fucking straighter as you go on these. If you go to turn really hard and try to hold the car onto the track, you will fucking slide on these. It's not a question. You put fucking 2 Gs on this tire and you floor it, the car's going sideways. I don't know what to tell you. Besides, you should have fucking straightened out the car way back here. Like the whole point of rotating and squaring the car up on exit is so you have lateral fucking grip. Okay? It's not so you can fucking understeer into here and load 2 Gs on the left rear and then fucking floor it. That's not how you drive. You want to rotate the car, rotate it back here at the slowest fucking point in the corner, and then point the thing straight and go. It's not a hard concept, but people don't know how to do it. People think they just come in here, full blast, brake as hard as they can, as late as they can, turn as hard as fucking possible, and then just floor it and keep turning as hard as possible. And that's how you drive a car. That's not how you drive a fucking car, okay? That's how you drive, I don't know, nothing. That's how you don't do anything. Don't be like that. It's a stupid way to fucking drive. Finesse. Don't use the whole suspension unless you actually have to. All right, so coming into here, you just line the car up on the right side of the road. Right on the edge. The very edge. I mean on the white line. And by on the white line, I mean I'm past the fucking white line, right on the edge of the road. Right before it drops off. And I'm going to sit right here. And when I brake, I'm going to keep my eyes focused on that curb. I'm going to gently brake, gently turn in, and the ass end is going to lightly slide into this corner. Just really lightly slide into this corner. And that's going to rotate the car in, nice and gently. I'm going to put my left tires right on this curb, Try not to get too high on it because you will screw yourself, right? But focus more on the apex, getting the car's G-force to come down enough so that you can stay to the left without pushing your front tire through this corner, right? So coming over this curb, the car needs to want to turn. It needs to want to turn left under throttle without frying the right front, okay? And then you just gently come out of this corner with fucking, you know what I mean, 45-degree steering, whatever, right? Just gentle steering, leading the car, leading the front end. Don't turn late, right? It's not a hairpin. You don't have to crank the wheel 90 degrees, side to side, and turn as hard as possible. Just gently lead the car, bring it in, right? Gently lead the car into here. Try to get as close as you can to this high point on the curb without smashing into it, right? And then keep the car about in the center of the road, a little bit to the left, sweep back lightly to the right, and then lead the car into this one too. And use the whole road. Okay, so watch the outside. Watch my steering as I come in here. See how the car turned and I straightened out the wheel? Notice how I'm not turning to turn the car here. I straighten out the fucking wheel as the rear breaks loose. Look it. I straighten out the wheel into the corner. Explain how the car's turning. If I'm straightening out the wheel, it's because the rear of the car is rotating for me. Right? So I lead the car in, I brake, I downshift. As I turn in, right, I ease off the brakes, right? I give it a little bit of brake, and then here I'm easing off the brake, right? And the wheel's straight. The car's just gently rotating in, right? Like from this point in the road to that point in the road, the rear end sliding out has been what's rotating me into this corner. And now I lean back in my steering, right? As the car rotates in, right? And the ass end stops sliding gently. I lean back into my steering, commit to the apex. I'm not even on the throttle. I'm still chilling, trail braking, right? It's just that initial braking to get the car to come across. And I'm just chilling about the middle of the curb. And I'm focusing on coming in. So, right, I get into the corner right about here. And then I want to hold this to the inside till near the end of this curve. All right, so I'm holding the rotation. I don't want it to go straight. I want it to just gently turn to the left. Okay? And then I bring the car back to center. Right? Bring the steering back to center, and then I lead the car in gently with the steering. See that? You don't commit to the other direction right away. You bring the steering back to center, and then lead the car in. Then commit. Center, lead the car, then commit. Okay, bring it like 125. Here's the 150. There's the 100. About here, 125. Maybe a little bit closer to the 100. But again, we want to stop early. Okay, so you want to stop straight, at least to the 50 board. At the 50 board, you start turning in. Because if you wait way too long to turn in, you're just going to understeer and you're going to push the left front and it's just not going to turn for you. So you want to bring the car in around here, right? At the 50 board. Go down to second, go down to first. Get the car slowed down enough so you can start accelerating. You want to accelerate early out of this corner and have the weight squared up in the rear Again, where you're not loading 2Gs on the left rear tire. So that you can accelerate out with, you know what I mean, minor steering, just keeping the weight centered, square, while driving a little bit on the front tires. And the car will not oversteer. You'll be able to accelerate, come all the way out here, and use this exit curb. Okay, so I come down to first. Get my most rotation right here. Right at this curb. I'm getting all my rotation. I'm really committing to the corner when I'm at my slowest point. Because all I want to do is take the G-forces off this side of the fucking car, get them in between the tires, and get my foot on the throttle and get the fuck out of here. Right? And you can see it in my steering. With that in mind, right? With that mindset, watch my steering and my throttle. It allows you to attack the exit of the corner and drive the car out of the corner. Okay, right side tires in this red little divot, whatever the hell you want to call it right here. You're like, what do you mean? You're at the wall. Yes, you're at the fucking wall. Put your right side tire right here. Okay, no exceptions. I don't want to see shit way over here. What are you doing over here? There's nothing over here. If your right tire's on here, you're just scared. Stop being scared. Get close to the fucking wall. Put your tire right here and learn how to drive with precision. Okay? Milliseconds. Fucking milliseconds. It's worth every millimeter of road. Every single one. And why do you want this car this far to the right? Because you want to be as straight as possible going into here. You want to be turning left as little as possible. And have the car already on this right-hand wall early. Way before that curb. You want to come out here with really gentle steering. Lift before you go into the corner. Right after this. So right as the curb ends. So I come in and I start lifting as I turn in. And what you're going to aim for is your left side tire right about here. You don't want to set it up too awkwardly and get too close to this wall because you'll jump over this and that'll kind of make the car fishtail and unsettle the car. So if you want a safe approach, come in, put your left side tire right on the edge of this curb. And then where you want to aim your car is you want your right side tire on this red stuff again as you go by this wall. Okay, so I lift for a second and then back to full throttle. And you drive the car through the corner. And you're like, there's no way you're going to make this corner. There's absolutely no way. Based on this, right, people think you just keep cranking the wheel and it's going to smash into this wall. And that's where you don't want to lean the car all the way over. You want to keep the car agile. Just gentle steering and lead the car. Right, so I'm coming in full throttle, and then I'm lifting, giving it steering, letting the front end rotate, then easing back on the throttle. And it's just like a little bit past 45 degree steering. I'm not all the way over to 90 degrees. Because if you turn way too hard, the car's going to snap and want to wobble as you go on this curb. So I just hold it, hold it, hold it. Straighten on my wheel right here. And if you draw a line, or you know what I mean? Take a giant stick. You can make that giant stick fit all the way to that wall, right? So I straighten out my wheel. One of the cars pretty much straight with the wall. With like, I don't know, maybe 3 feet to the right from this point. If you were to put my car and just drive it straight ahead and put it beside this wall. But like my right side tires are lined up for this point in the corner right here. Right for the red stuff. And that's when I straighten out my wheel. So like you're turning, right? Hold it, hold it, hold it. And then once you see left side tire, blue curb, right side tire, red stuff, you're lined up, turn back to the right. And then not too early, right? Hold your steering, pretty much center, and just lead it, right? You don't want to turn aggressively super hard. You want to change direction where you go back to center with the wheel and then turn and have that little moment of pause. That little moment of pause is going to stop the car from wanting to veer suddenly like you're trying to initiate a drift. So like if you guys have ever seen me snap the car around for no reason, down straightaways, that's what I do, is I flick the car left, right, left, right, left, right. And the rear end just fishtails around, right? Constantly. So to avoid that, you turn hard left, straight to the right. Go from right, straight to the left. Don't just go right, left, right? From right to hard left immediately. And then as I get beside the wall, I'm committing to the corner with my steering. And then I come off the curb, straighten out. Then here, brake just before the 100-meter board. Get down to second, start coming off the brakes, right? You want to focus on straight line braking, heavy, get the car slowed down, and then float the car in a little bit. Let it rotate before you get on the throttle, and kind of like start to point the car toward the exit and get it to want to dive down to the inside, and then you grab third. And just lead the car, right? Keep the weight within the rear tires and use the throttle to rotate in third. And you can just come all the way up to this curb. And you might have to maybe minor lift here and there. You might get a little bit of oversteer, but it's not that much. See, I just like lightly lift, just some minor throttle modulation coming out of the corner. Just as the turbo's spooling up. All right, so that's a 38.3. Now let's watch it full speed. Gently braking like that, going into high-speed corners is so important, though. Sorry, that's me. but just nice and smooth. Don't force the car. I got really high on the curb there, and I shouldn't. But, like, that's how straight you need the car to be. If you're going to go on a high point on the curb like that, the car has to be dead straight. Like, yeah, no. You do not want your tires right here. Ever. Just ever. This is too far. You guys want to know what too far looks like? This is too far. I have gone too far. You can't really tell because I didn't lose the car, but we're bottoming out right now. My left tires are on the grass. Yeah. Basically, wheel just has to be dead straight. Car has to be dead straight, and I just gently bring it off the curb really, really subtly. Because if you don't, you're toast. If you get on the back side of the curb, you have to be subtle with your steering when you bring the car over top of the curb. Right? So it's just like a little wiggle. This will save you. If this ever happens to you, this is what you do. Drive straight and just gently steer. Just don't panic. Don't be like, oh shit, we're going off the road. Gotta turn hard. Turning hard will kill you. Alright, and then we got an example of me screwing up the chicane. Of a what not to do. Where is it? This one. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so I tried to be too aggressive coming in, and I jumped the first curb. I get too far to the left here, and I just smash it. And this is bad. Right, so the car's dipping down, goes down 45 degrees, just tilts like crazy. Right? Now this is moments before, oh shit, this is going to be bad. Right? You don't realize it when the car dips down. Everything's fine. Until your left tires leave the fucking ground. Because we're doing, what? 213 kilometers an hour. And then we're deciding to smash a curb with our left tires. When we still have to turn right after. The last thing you want your tires to do is leave contact with the ground at 213 kilometers an hour mid-fucking corner. You want to turn with all four, not two. So, Exhibit A. Tires are no longer touching the ground. So the only thing I'm turning with is this right front tire. And guess what? All the weight of the car is on this fucking tire. So not only can it not turn now, it's now supporting the entire car because you just put fucking 2,500 pounds on it. Nice. At 213 kilometers an hour. And you're like, hey, Bridgestone. Yeah, I think you'll fucking save me. This tire is going to take everything the car has right now. Just for no reason. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. It's fine. It's fine, right? It's fine. No, it's not fine. What comes up must come down, and if you haven't noticed by now, the car is not lined up like it was before, with the blue curb and the red shit. The car is now lined up with the blue curb and the fucking wall. Yeah, you see that? See the difference? Yeah, that's the difference. And here we go. Oh shit. Turning left. Turning left. Mayday! 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 Save it! Save it! Okay, we kept it off the wall. And now we gotta turn right. It's way too late to stop. Boom! Well, It'll buff out. So that's what you don't want to do. That's why I say don't get to the inside of that curb. Stay on the high part. Don't dip your tire in the red shit because you will jump and end up all awkward. Yeah, if you guys pit lap 1, you can pretty much run 38s all race. And then some 39s at the end. 39 4s. It's hard on the fronts, and you have to let the car rotate, but it's the same principle as when you have brand new tires. Let the rear rotate with trail braking and light steering, right? Let the whole car rotate. Don't force it with your front tires. Yeah, this car's amazing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to highlight it after. Yeah, okay. Did anybody learn anything just now? Anyone? Raise your hand if you actually fucking learned something. I don't care if it's just one thing. But like this track is so basic and it's been around for so fucking long, people still don't drive it properly. And it's all discipline. It's not a complex track. It's nice and fucking wide. The braking points and like the way the track's laid out, it's so simple. But people just drive it wrong because they try to overdrive the car. They try to push way too fucking hard and then wonder why. They get oversteer everywhere. That's why. Or understeer, right? Same thing with the S-curves. Like, you can't push it too hard and not expect oversteer and understeer. You have to be disciplined. Like, just drive the car the way it's supposed to be driven. With the weight centered. Not fucking leaned all the way over. You can't be fast pushing the car as hard as possible. You will be fast initially for like 2 laps. And then after that, well, doesn't really work out that well. Because you've used all your tires in 2 laps. Think of the amount of people that take mediums to start and they fry them in 2 laps and don't actually let them warm up. Right? They could run 38 5s, 38 9s even, right? And just chill on their mediums and run that for like 8 9 laps. Instead, they try to run a fucking 37-9 for 2 laps. They don't hit it. And then they run 39s because their tires are fucked. And then they're pitting like, you know what I mean? Lap 9. You often overdrive and have to readjust? Yeah. And what are you doing? Are you just braking late? Trying to beat people in the braking zone and then they all just gap you at the apex? Or just turning way too hard on the apex, trying to cut underneath people? It's little shit like that you need to avoid. Like, you have to make sure the car's squared up and the lateral grip is set up appropriately for when you pull up on the inside of somebody on exit. Late braking. Yeah, that's what a lot of people do, though. It's because people don't trust themselves to actually have finesse and control when they turn. They're like, fuck it, I'll just brake as late as possible and try to make up a 10th under braking. It's like, bro, you could have made up 5 if you actually stopped early and fucking attacked the corners properly. Imagine. Imagine stopping in time and being able to accelerate through the corner, bro. It's such a simple concept, but like, people have shit ass backwards when it comes to going fast. They assume going fast is the wrong thing. Going fast is being able to be on the throttle through corners. Like, if you can take the S-curves flat after the first apex, the first left-hander, and you can take those other 2 corners flat, you will get people that cannot do that.